Hey, what's going on guys? It's Sean from High Tech, and today we're taking a look at Google's flagship Android phone, the Pixel 2 XL. So this phone had a pretty rocky start as there were a lot of issues at launch. There was pretty severe blue shift when viewing the screen at different angles, the colors were really muted, and there were audio quality issues when recording video. But thankfully Google did address most of these issues via software updates, and now I would definitely say that this is one of the best Android phones on the market today. So I feel like the design of this phone isn't going to be for everyone. It definitely has sort of a less is more thing going on. But I especially like the Panda or black and white version that I have. It's a very simple design that still has a bit of flashiness to it, and I like that a lot. The build is a full aluminum unibody that's water and dust resistant. There's a plastic finish covering the back that, at least to me, is slightly grippy and makes the phone a bit easier to handle. The fingerprint reader is also on the back. It's fast and has worked practically 100% of the time for me. Now, since this phone has an aluminum build, that means no wireless charging. This isn't a big deal for me personally, but I must admit that for a flagship Android phone at this price point, not having wireless charging as an option is a bit disappointing. On the left side of the phone there are no buttons at all, just the SIM card slot, and on the right side you have your volume rocker and the power button. And let me just say, I really love the colored power button. It's a small thing, but definitely adds to the overall presentation of the phone. On the bottom is a USB-C port, and finally on the front you have the front camera, which we'll get to in a bit, and the two front-facing stereo speakers. These speakers actually sound really good and give you more immersion when you're watching videos or playing games. And that brings us to the display, and honestly, it's just not the best OLED panel. The blue shift is still there, but Google did address the screen burn-in and the muted color issues. They added 3 new color modes: natural, boosted, and saturated. I personally can't really tell a difference between the natural and boosted modes, but the saturated mode definitely provides a very noticeable difference in color saturation. What's interesting is that Google actually used a Samsung OLED panel in the smaller Pixel 2, but in the Pixel 2 XL they used an LG panel, and it's a shame because it's just not as good. Now don't get me wrong, the screen doesn't look terrible by any means, but when you put it up against a display that's of a higher quality and that's well calibrated, like the display in the iPhone X, you can really start to see the difference. But other than issues with the display, there's a lot to like about the Pixel 2 XL. It's spec'd very well, and in day-to-day usage I've found stock Android on this phone to be very smooth. I haven't had any issues with frame rate drops or lag at all. You can definitely see Google's software optimization at work here. There's also a few features unique to this phone that I've found to be really useful, such as being able to squeeze the phone to bring up the Google Assistant, the app notification dots that let you interact with notifications right from the home screen, the Now Playing feature that listens to the music around you and tells you what song is playing. Oh, and this isn't a feature specific to the Pixel 2 XL, but having the always-on display so you don't even have to pick up the phone to check the time or see if you have any notifications is really convenient. You can also double press the power button to open the camera app and shake the phone to swap between the rear or front camera. And speaking of the cameras, they're amazing. In my opinion, the cameras in the Pixel 2 line are the best cameras in any smartphone. Pictures are sharp, dynamic range is on point, video quality is good, and portrait mode, especially on the front camera, is way ahead of everything else. So is this a perfect smartphone? No, it definitely has its flaws just like any other phone, but considering what you get in terms of hardware and everything that the phone can do on the software side of things, I think this is easily one of the best phones out right now. And for me personally, this is by far my favorite Android phone. Yeah, the screen isn't the best, but you get a lot of great features and the cameras are just so good. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this review. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I got new videos coming out every week. Once again, this has been Sean from High Tech. I'll see you guys later.